to Conspiracies, Mysteries, and Beer. I'm Anthony. This is Snoop.
I ran out.
He's running out, but we'll get some more. There's never... We always have beer.
Never run out.
And we got Mongols in the background.
Mongos. There it is.
I'm in the back.
In the background.
In the back.
I'm going to talk about this conspiracy theory. Serge Monast, or Project Bluebeam. Serge Monast is the one that exposed this. So, Serge Monast was an investigative journalist, poet, essayist, and conspiracy theorist. He is known to English-speaking readers and associate conspiracy tropes. His works on Masonic conspiracy theories and the New World Order also remain popular with French-speaking conspiracy theorists and enthusiasts. So what is Project Bluebeam? Serge Monast in 1994 published Project Bluebeam, in which he detailed his claim that NASA, with the help of the United Nations, was attempting to implement a new age religion with the Antichrist at its head and start a new world order, be it technologically simply a second coming of Christ. As they plan with NASA and the UN, they will plot a satellite throughout the world and they will transmit a 3D hologram into Earth, saying that there's only one religion, one God. It was proposed that by doing so, we will be having one God as any one God, and there won't be any other religion, and throughout the world there will only be one God. By doing all this, Serge Monast thought throughout the world we would have only one God, as due to many religions there's always a war in between religions, which takes away thousands of lives and which ultimately comes under political issues. And even war happens between countries just because of these religions. As of now, nobody knows, but when this as of now, nobody knows, but when this project was leaked and later got declassified, as many objected about this theory, so it was called off. But there is 4 steps that need to be taken in order for this to work. Step 1. The breakdown of all archaeological knowledge. Mr. Monast detailed his belief that NASA would aim to discredit all existing religions through the breakdown of archaeological knowledge. Step 1 deals with the setup of earthquakes at certain precise locations of the planet, or supposedly new discoveries will subtly explain the wrong meaning of all major religions' basic doctrines. The theory suggests that providing evidence to falsifying the teachings of all major religions, people would be more likely to accept a new age religion when it's formed. You know, like HARP.
Yes.
They're
manipulating a lot of things.
the weather.
Yep, the weather. It has to do a lot with that. The craziness, the hurricanes, how are they predicting them?
Yeah, hurricanes
quick,
and earthquakes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, step 2, a gigantic space with 3D holographic laser projections. Mr. Monast said the second stage in creating a new world order would be using a gigantic space show with 3D holographic images, lasers, and sounds to seduce people into believing in the new God. The show will consist of laser projections of multiple holographic images to different parts of the world, each receiving different message according to predominating regional, national, religious faith. From the depths of space, astonished followers of the various creeds will witness their own returned Messiah in spectacularly convincing lifelike realness. All of these depictions of the Messiah would then merge into one. This one God will in fact be the Antichrist, who will be explained in the various scriptures have been misunderstood, that the religions of all are responsible for turning brother against brother and nation against nation. Therefore the world's religions must be abolished to make way for the golden age of Gaia. So, step 3, the telepathic two-way communication. They can't do this because then they would have to like implant everybody with chips.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
really implanting dogs.
I mean, well, yeah, that's already been started with the dogs. I mean, we got to realize that.
They're already planting
Matter-
chips on people up there in,
There was
in New York where with their jobs and shit.
yeah, I saw that on
Think about
Facebook.
that one.
I saw that on Facebook where they're putting implants
Implants on
in
the
their
hands of the
Yeah.
employees
so
to
they can just swipe
to
like
clock
on the-
in. Yeah.
to clock in and to like buy
And
stuff.
then when you buy things, I mean, that's invasion of privacy. A lot goes 100%
They can
right
check
there.
you
You've
and
already
watch you.
sold your soul to the government or the corruptness that's going on.
So, like the telepathic two-way communication, this is where things start to get really creepy. It is believed NASA will use low-frequency radio waves to telepathically communicate with humans in an attempt to shape their beliefs to match those taught by the New Age religion. Mr. Monast said the telepathic communications would be used as a form of mind control to trick people to thinking their God is delivering them a message directly.
Mm-hmm.
The message will be sent from a device that can deliver audible signals directly to an individual while they remain undetectable by anyone else, he said. The chip.
Chip.
The
Yeah.
chip.
It'll be the first thing.
The
Then
microwave
First,
beam.
and then
The microwave beam
Mhm.
generated by the device is moderated at audio frequencies and broadcast voices directly into the brain. That's why I don't believe in this because I don't
And
think
the
it's
sad
gonna
part
happen.
is about that one. If you don't put that chip in with that job over there, you're fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're fired.
And you can't clock in, you can't clock out.
They'll
you
get someone.
Can't get your
They'll
check.
get someone to put in a chip in there.
They'll find somebody who will.
Oh yeah.
They've already started that. Actually, it came out in the news.
And
that,
it's scary. It is.
you know, and
So,
I mean, how do you clock in and how do you clock out? You know,
connected.
why can't we do it the old-fashioned? Why do
So-
we have to implant things in our body?
Step 4, the universal supernatural manifestations using electronic means. This is kind of scary because we got to use it with that chip also. The final step of Project Blue Beam is to create to create a chaotic event that will leave people willing or desperate enough to accept the new world order. Mr. Monas said this could occur with up to 3 different orientations. One is to make mankind believe that an alien invasion is about to strike down on each major city of the earth. The second is to make the Christians believe to a major rapture with the supposedly divine intervention of an alleged good alien force coming to save the people from brutal satanic attack. The third orientation and the fourth step is a mixture of electronic and supernatural forces. The goal of this one deals with global satanic ghosts all around the world in order to push all population on the edge to drown into a wave of suicide, killing, and permanent psychological disorder.
That's when we're gonna have that big little war at the end.
Yeah.
I would doubt a little bit of that is happening right now.
No, it's already been happening.
Well, they say stage 4 also lacks substantial evidence, although there has been a number of cases of paranormal investigators discovering ghosts using electronic voice phenomenon recording devices.
Yep.
If all these factors aren't enough to convince you, then maybe the suspicious heart attack death of Monast 2 years after he began trying to expose Project Blue Beam might sway your opinion. But then again, this whole concept could be one crazy idea that snowballed out of control. I don't know. I don't believe in it.
There's a lot of things to take in, though. I mean, whether you believe in it or not. I mean, some things are thrown in with facts. Some things, you know, are just made up. But what do you feel?
I don't think it can happen. Because there's just too much that has to go into making this happen. Well, HARP,
Yeah.
they can control the weather. Supposedly, they can control the weather. They're going to cause all these major events. That's just step 1. I don't know. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. This could actually happen.
I mean, hurricanes. Have you heard about now that old Kim Sung Young or whatever that little Chinaman? Since he stopped throwing those bombs in the ocean. I mean,
Ain't been nothing going on with that.
Going on.
Yeah.
Everything's all quiet. And, they kicked him off that mountain, so now he's acting good. And
It's because I think it was because Trump scared him.
somebody scared him.
Somebody had to have scared him. Hey, Trump did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Now he's putting selfies on Facebook like he's Bob Barker or somebody. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
But all that has stopped. But
I mean, there are a lot of things that you have to take into consideration, man. I mean, it is left ultimately up to you to know what you believe in or what's really going on, because I mean, things just happen, you know. I mean,
it happened for
we
a reason.
read what's left behind for us from our ancestors, or we read things that are made up by people.
Yeah.
You know, and it's only left up to you to actually make the decision if you're
wanna
actually
believe
going to
yourself.
understand, comprehend this, or is this something that's just made up?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the things, I mean, I listen to a lot of things, and I see a lot of the programs and whatnot, but who knows if it's real or not? I mean, everything's so animated now, and you can just take a picture from this form and change it to another, cropping it, or however you guys say it, when you move one person's face to another person's body.
Oh yeah.
You know, or make it look like you've been there. I mean, does that really make it real? No. So you got to take into that consideration. Me, I'm open to a lot of things, regardless of there's facts or not. You know, I mean, it gives room for imagination. But that, you know, that's a big vague area right there, gray area. If you open your mind that way, because I don't know.
And don't be like, if it's on Facebook, it has to be true, because I mean, that's a whole different story, right?
Yeah, I just don't want to offend anybody for what I say, but you know, I mean, things just get pretty crazy out there.
Just because it's on YouTube
There you
doesn't
go.
make it true.
Yeah.
That doesn't make us true.
Yeah.
Alright, so I don't believe this damn dog's barking outside, making a lot of noise.
Stupid dogs.
Hogwash.
Stupid dogs.
Hogwash of Project Blue Beam. I don't believe it.
Hell no.
But
Was it that one?
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this case that happened back in 1977,
1977.
the year I was born.
My mama. Sorry, guys.
It's
You remind me of that a lot.
called The Haunting of Enfield. We got
That'll work.
It's the haunting.
It's the haunting, man.
it's a haunting.
From
It got
1990.
so famous
Yeah,
that
man.
they made a movie out of it. Did you ever watch
Yes,
Conjuring
I
2?
did. Conjuring 2. That's
So
a
real
good movie.
quick, I'm gonna just show a quick clip of the trailer, and we'll start talking about the movie.
This is my home. Get out now.
No, this is not your house. Now, what's your name?
My name is Bill Wilkins, and I'm 72 years old.
What do you make of that voice?
Sounds confused. Is he senile?
The voice on this tape is coming from an 11-year-old girl. They're calling it England's Amityville. There is a family that desperately needs our help.
After everything we've seen, there isn't much that rattles either of us anymore. But this one still haunts me. Does it feel like the voice is coming from inside you?
More like it's coming from behind me. Like I'm being used.
Janet, are you all right?
Stop calling me
Janet.
She's such a good girl. What's it wrong with her?
An oppressing spirit will try to force you to commit the ultimate sin.
And what's that?
Murder, suicide, or both? You believe us, don't you?
Sensing a presence?
I'm not sensing anything. All I can sense is their own fear.
Honey, you're bleeding. What is happening?
I had a premonition of your death.
Who's that?
The family's just a pawn. Something inhuman wants to kill you. If we keep doing this, you're going to die.
Alright, so that was the trailer. Now here's the actual story. In 1977, a small house in Enfield, London made newspaper headlines worldwide when it became the source of an unexplained supernatural phenomena. It would become the most documented paranormal event ever recorded in the UK, with 30 eyewitnesses, all observing one truly terrifying story. Documented by journalist Guy Lyon Playfair in his book, This House is Haunted, the bizarre and frightening events that were to unfold in the seemingly normal residence center of the Hodgson family. And investigator Maurice Gross, member of the Society for Physical Research, with skeptics and believers alike intrigued by this case, the question still remains: what is this? Was this a true entity of the unexplained, or could the alleged poltergeist activity be blamed on more human interventions? And then we got Jiminy Cricket's here in the house.
Yo, Jimmy! Dead rabbit.
Dead rabbits.
The history of the haunting. Single mother Peggy Hodgson and her 4 children were being kept awake by strange knocking sounds and furniture that moved all of its own accord. Have you seen that movie? You ever seen?
No.
Which movie is this? This would just be the beginning of months of activity, which would draw dozens of people to the small residence in Enfield. But it gets kind of scary because, let me see here. Things got scarier. Playfair and girls begin to attempt to communicate with the spirit at first, asking for knocks and response to questions, and eventually their quest led to the most disturbing element of the haunting. The spirit spoke using the children as a conduit, its rasping, masculine voice emanating from the child's mouth. It's been over 30 years since the activity in Enfield, but the fascination of what happened in that house still intrigues skeptics and believers alike. I found a YouTube video of the recording of Playfair interviewing yeah, because right here, a voice from beyond the grave. Along with moving objects, knocking, and levitations, the case was to take a more terrifying turn when the poltergeist apparently took control of one of the children began communicating to them. An 11-year-old child seemingly spoke with the voice of an elderly man. To start with, the voice used knocking and barking to interact with the investigator, Maurice Gross, and then started to use words, first saying Maurice's name and then gradually producing more clues as to who this being was. On investigation, they claimed to be a former resident of the Hodgson's house. He said, 2 years before I died, I went blind, then I had a hemorrhage, and I fell asleep and died in a chair in the corner downstairs. In an age before modern technology, the voice was recorded on audio tapes. In an interview with the BBC, you can clearly hear the voice responding to the questions from Maurice and Guy. I found this video on YouTube, but I'm going to play it for you right now. It's about 5 minutes long, so I'll play it and then we'll talk more.
Let me hear you say my name. Come on, let me hear you say my name. That's not my name. Come on, my name's Morris. Let me hear you say it. Morris. Say Dr. Belloc. Come on, let me hear you say that. Come on. Let's hear you say Dr. Belloc. Could you close that door down? Say Dr. Belloc. What is it? Just hold that one on. Come, if you squeak the bed, I can't hear you talking. Now, say Dr. Belloc. Come on. Come on, say it for me, Dr. Belloc. Dr. Belloc. Right, that's good. Right. Shut up, that door. I'm 72 years old. I come from doing right graveyard. And I have right near the church where Rena lives. And all my friends come from there as well. And we all make a game and go to the pub. And then we pick your house. Because I used to live here. And I will tell you some more. And if you don't get anyone else, just let Mr. Hook and Mr. Playback. I want you to tell me whether you remember what happened to you when you died. Just before you died and just after you died.
Days before I died, I went blind. Then I had an hemorrhage and I fell asleep and I died in a chair in the corner downstairs.
Bill, if you're there, would you answer me the following question? What have you done with Denise's 30p?
Headed down to the radio, downstairs.
Sorry, Bill, can you say that again, please?
Headed down to the radio, downstairs.
Righto, Bill, I'll go and look. Thanks ever so much. Why can't Janet feel you?
I'm invisible.
You're invisible? Why are you invisible?
So I'm a G-H-O-S-T.
Did any friends go with you?
Yes, all of them. All the dogs, 68 dogs.
So what have you got 68 dogs for?
So that they can protect me from you killing me. They can bite your head off.
How can we kill you, Bill?
You could shoot me off.
Now how can we shoot you if we can't see you, Bill?
By praying to God.
Sorry, I didn't hear that, Bill.
By praying to God.
By praying to God?
So, what you're saying is we could get rid of you by praying to God?
Yes.
That was the recording of this girl being possessed by the supposed entity or demonic being. I don't know.
That was one strange.
It was
That's
strange.
strange.
It was strange.
And that entity was powerful. Had to be.
I don't know.
I mean, it's up to you to believe what it is.
I
but
believe this more than I believe in Project.
I will, hands down. I believe more into spiritual entities, supernaturals, anything that can go wrong. Not here as a physical day, going to work, smashing your hand. No, anything that can go wrong without no strings attached, which I've had experience in my life as well. No. Nobody can explain that to me more better than speaking to somebody who is in the spiritual realm, which I choose to talk to pastors. They guide me. I take what people say, as well as other people that have experiences, you know, and I run with it, because that's life. The things that are going on, experiences, man, you cannot reenact that, and sometimes you want to forget. We're going back to this.
Now check this out. Hold up. You know where there, since we've been little, all of us, even you on YouTube, we were little. We used to see ghosts. We all talked to somebody when we were 2-year-old up to, I guess, let's just say 7, somewhere around there. Mine was 8. Since I used to see dead people a lot.
That's when you lose your purity.
But I was little, and I, you know, just like y'all, and talk to spirits. Who are you talking to, mijo? I'm talking no, so and so. So just like me, I've known y'all. We've all seen our spirits out there.
Yes, we have.
Good and bad, let me tell you.
So yeah, that's how it goes here.
This is what this channel's about.
And we're in Texas. Think about that for a minute.
You gotta understand, people.
We see some shit out here.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on.
So I don't have nothing more to say about this. I have a lot to say about this, but
let's get back to the episode, or you want to get back to reality?
I want to get back to reality and finish watching E3. Still watching PlayStation 2 games coming out, but there'll be plenty more episodes coming out of conspiracy theories and beers, or conspiracy mysteries and beers. The beer's kicking in.
There you go.
The beer's kicking in.
Anyway, we had a
Anyways,
good
guys.
time. Thank you. It was nice meeting you guys. Hope to see you guys again.
We'll be on here again.
Hope you like this video.
Next Friday, maybe. We'll see.
Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next episode.
Cheers.